I was debating whether to do this video or not, but I want to cover everything Southampton related, and I want to cover everything that is linked to our club, because I get asked a lot of questions, and my inbox has had a lot of messages about this story that I'm going to cover very, very shortly. It's a tweet from the Second Tier podcast, but my DMs have been pretty loaded today. Loads of people tagging me of the tweet as well. One of my favourite podcasts, actually, the Second Tier podcast. Really enjoy their content. I think they're really good at what they do. I know they split opinion, but that's what they're there for. They give a football opinion like I do, and not everybody is going to agree with what I say or what they say. But they did a tweet today. It was around lunchtime. I was tagged in this. And here it is. A mystery championship club is in turmoil after the captain told the chairman that the players aren't keen on the coach. The club haven't had a great start, and the squad fear results will get worse. The owners are holding off from changing for now. And everybody is assuming it's Southampton and Will Steele. And I want to give you my opinions on it. And I don't have any inside sources. I'm just giving my view on it from what I see. I thought Alfie Howe summed it up perfectly well on the Total Saints podcast. I'm recording this Sunday evening. I was on the panel this evening, and I thought Alfie covered it really well. There's a lot of people in the chat talking about it as well, about the unrest in the camp. Well, there's nothing anywhere to suggest that it's Southampton. Nowhere in the report by Nixon, who did the report, Alan Nixon, does it mention Southampton Football Club or Will Steele. So I hate these kind of stories. The Second Tier, great guys. They've shared it because obviously they cover the championship. Nobody's named the club. They've just shared the story, really. But it just creates a lot of speculation around something that's probably not there. Because look, when you look at the responses on there, it could be loads of different football clubs. It could be Norwich City. It could be Birmingham City. It could be Watford. It could be Wrexham. You could roll off a name of clubs that have not had a great start to the season. But a lot of people are pointing towards it being Will Steele. But then the Watford manager did a team talk recently. It was on X, and he was talking how he needed everyone together. So look, it could be anybody, but a tweet like this creates noise, and it's not noise that we particularly need. But from my eyes and watching Saints and being around it and covering it, I don't see that the players are not playing for the manager. From what I saw at Anfield in midweek, Flynn Downs I thought was superb. Best game he's had in a Saints shirt for about a year and a half, since the playoff semi-finals at least. The performances of Adam Armstrong yesterday against Middlesbrough was superb, and his performance against Liverpool was just as good. He's working as hard as I've seen him working in a long time. I look at the back three that come in, all working really hard. I look at the way the team worked off the ball yesterday. Everybody is giving 110%. And I think we've all watched Saints sides over the last 12 to 24 months where we know exactly when they're not giving 110% and they can't really be asked. We've seen that. Under Russell Martin, when we were beaten by Spurs, the players caved in and they'd stopped believing in him. But there was already links and stories through different outlets that he was struggling to get the players to buy into what he was trying to do. Well, there's no stories of such around Will Steele at all. There's none. I haven't heard anything. Look, I don't have any inside sources. I'm just telling you and reacting to the story and what I'm seeing through my eyes on the pitch. And I see players playing for the club, the fans and the manager without a shadow of a doubt from what I've seen. And that is just from 42 years, and I'm 42 years old, from 35 years of watching football. I've seen it all really in terms of players giving up, players caving in. Under Juric, you look at the players, they caved in playing for Ivan Juric, within 2 games. I remember the Boxing Day game against West Ham United, and the players weren't even playing for him that day. So, and it went on. And when we got to the game where we actually finally got relegated, his last game against Spurs, the players didn't play for him at all. So, and at the moment there's nothing to suggest that the players are not playing for Will Steele. And a lot of people say, it's the captain, Jack Stevens. Hold on a minute. Jack Stevens was dropped for the game against Middlesbrough because he'd not played particularly well in the recent weeks. And it was a big call, a brave call by the manager to drop his captain and the England under-21 captain, or someone that's captain the England under-21s, a defender that got called up to the England national squad not that long ago. But he's not been very good. He's not played well enough. So you can't keep playing people that are not playing well. You have to make big, bold decisions as a football manager if you're going to succeed and get the best results for the football club, any football club. And Will still did that yesterday. He made big calls. He dropped big names. And I'm pleased. I don't want him to be mates with the manager. Do you, as a fan, think we want our manager being mates with the players, being too pelly with the players? Because Russell Martin was criticised for it. Russell Martin was criticised for being too close to the players, for being too pelly with the players, of being one of the lads. I heard it so much during his tenure as a Southampton manager. He's mates with him, he's this, he's that. Well, now you've got a guy that's making big, bold decisions, strong decisions, and now they're saying, yeah, the players don't like him and they've gone to the chairman. I just don't buy it. I don't see that. I don't see that. Jack Stevens was given another contract in the summer, like rightly or wrongly. You know, everyone will have an opinion on it. It was a too long a contract for a player probably coming to the end of his time at the football club. I love the fact we've freshened up the back four, back five by bringing players in that are not scarred by last season, fresh bodies that know the league, Wood and certainly Edwards at the weekend. And they know this league. And then you've got Joshua Kwasi with his youth. I love the fact he's a bit inexperienced and he's raw and he chucks a tackle in. That's what I want to see as a Saints fan. Like, I've seen Harwood Bellis struggle and he just needs taking out. He's not a terrible defender. I'm not saying I don't like him as a player because I think he's a good player on his day, but he hasn't been very good. And I think maybe since the England call-up, he got a little bit arrogant. Players do. It's not just him. I'm not being critical of him as a person, but as a player, they get a little bit of, I play for England. I'll walk around with shoulders out and all that. That's what they do. This is what happens in life when people do well sometimes. It affects people in different ways, but you just got to stay grounded. And that's what I've tried to do with this, this season so far. Be grounded. Look at it from a football perspective and what went on, where we're at, what's unravelled this season. We've not won since the opening day. I think we're all aware of that. And there is pressure building because he needs to win games. We need to win games. It's bloody obvious. But it will come. And we got better against Borough the weekend. And if we were 2 months in another month's time, in 2 months' time, and things are not kicking on and we're not in the mix at the top end, rightly, questions will be asked. But at this moment in time, I actually think we've got the right man in charge. I back him for loads of reasons. I like the fact he's making bold calls. We've all called for a manager to drop Stevens. He did it on the weekend. We've all called for a manager not to be too pelly with the players, but it looks like he's not. We wanted a manager that was going to be brave. And I think he is going to be brave. Sometimes you're dictated to by personnel, and he's not quite everything he needs in terms of players. But look, if we win at Sheffield United on Tuesday night, which we have every chance in doing so, he will equal, Will Still, Russell Martin's tally of points for the same amount of games, for the 8 games that Russell Martin had at the opener of the Championship campaign when we got promoted back to the Premier League. So, look, for me, I'm looking at it as I'm going to be positive about it, and I'm going to remain level-headed at this moment in time because it's absolutely the right thing to do if you're a serious football person. And all these hashtags still out the other day. It'd be hashtag Martin in, wasn't it, next? That's what Chris said yesterday. Controversial Chris on the channel. And that's what football's like, this impatience. And it is coming together slowly. It was a big job to take on. But this story, no mention of Southampton anywhere. No mention of Will Still in it. So for all the people that have sent me DMs and tagged me, I'm just going to send them this video because I actually think I've executed and said what I wanted to say in a really, really a good manner. And I can say it a lot better than I can in a text. I can articulate myself so much better in a video. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you've got involved in the comments box below. If you're still here watching now, thank you. Get involved in the comments box below if you're watching on YouTube. If you're listening on download, drop me a tweet at footballmartin_. We love your opinions. And talking about downloads and audio content, more and more content now available to download, by the way. So the instant reaction video that I do at weekends, it is a video. I'm also going to be doing that in an audio format. So that will go out at the same time as the video. So if you like to get your instant reaction from the channel, you can do that. So not just on YouTube, you also be able to get it on download and across all the other platforms that I cover as well. So some good stuff coming on the channel next couple of days. Sheffield United watch along live on Tuesday and Monday. I'm joined by Ollie Mann from the Sheffield United Way. He's a podcaster, a brilliant guy coming on who's got a great insight into Sheffield United. He's a really knowledgeable gentleman. I've been on a lot of podcasts that he's on, and I'm really looking forward to getting Ollie Mann on this show tomorrow, Monday, and I can't wait to bring you that. As a pre-match preview is going to drop around 6:30 on Monday evening, so your whole pre-match show coming your way. Thank you for tuning in. If you've not smashed a like, please do so. And if you are not got your notifications turned on for the channel, go to the YouTube homepage, select that bell, hit all, and any live stream, any video content that goes out, you will be first to know about it. Totally recommend you do that. You won't miss a heartbeat from this channel and the Southampton news. You name it, I want to cover every single story and react to every single piece of news surrounding our club. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you again soon.